Hello everyone, welcome back. And if you're new here, my name is Jess. I'm the owner of Gigi's Custom Dips, and I'm really excited to share this spring launch with you guys today. So I'm going to be doing some swatching, and then I'm also going to be doing just some showing. We've got a lot of new dips coming for this launch, so there's no way I could possibly swatch them all, but you can see here, this one is Luxe Lilac Cream and just plain old lilac cream, and they are stunning. I love this one. It's a little punch of color with that translucent sheer vibe. These are strawberry, Luxe Strawberry, and Strawberry Cream. Same thing, all of these in this cream collection are buildable, sheer, and kind of like a jelly type dip. So if you're into that translucent thing, you can see on this hand, this is the lavender version. They're so fun. They're dainty and delicate. They're perfect for bridal, just natural, any occasion. I am obsessed with these, so I hope you guys are too. I did a bunch of different colors because once I started creating them, I was like, wow, I can't not have one in every shade. So here we are with, I think there's like 9 different options. And of course, each one has their own flaky bestie, my favorite thing to do. So yeah, I am in the video wearing on my right hand lilac and on my left hand lavender. So you can kind of see it on the nails. And then I'm going to swatch lavender so you guys can see how they're buildable. But essentially the middle one on each of these swatches I've been showing is 1 dips, and then you see 2 dips, and then you see 3 dips. So you can see the opacity build up as you continue to layer the dip on itself. And the flaky is similar. It has that translucent kind of look to it. So super fun for spring and just fun to add to the collection. Now, these are 2 new floral dips and a floral inspired flaky dip. I actually had a customer request that 3rd one, but so this first one is Sunset Garden. This one is hand cut and pressed flowers by me. This one is limited, so I may have enough to restock once. So really important you get your hands on it right away if you want one. The next one is called Dusk Till Dahlia, and it is a little less limited. I have a little bit more of it left. I did purchase those flowers. I didn't hand press those ones myself, so it's a little more available. I could probably remake that one. These 3 are thermals. They're shimmer thermals. They're gorgeous. I'm obsessed with these. They only change 1 color, not 2. They're not triple thermals. So this is the cool shade that you can see here. When your nails are cold or your hands are cool, that is the shade that they will be. And once they get warm, the first one, which is Butterfly Effect, will turn a light pink. As you can see, the middle one is called Bloom with a View, and it goes from like a medium blue to a light blue. And then the 3rd one, which is Moonlit, it is like a gray to super light lilac purple color. So pretty. I'm obsessed with Moonlit. It's really gorgeous. I'm really also excited here with my new phone. As you can see, I've figured out how to get up close and personal, which is super exciting because I was struggling for a moment. So I'm just like really excited here about being able to show you guys up close and personal what these dips really look like and being able to share that with you. I was having major issues before with my phone. So yay to new technology. Look at that. I'm just like stunned at how amazing this is. These are so pretty. And obviously my new phone is pretty awesome. Look at that. So you can see there's like reflex of pinks and blues. I have green reflex in the middle one, and the outside two have like pinky purple reflex, almost like a chrome powder in there. You guys are going to love these. They're gorgeous. So next up here is these cute little flower glitters. I had people really like those. Oh, a little bristle brush got stuck in that one, but everybody loved the flower glitter, so I had to come out with more. So there's 4 here, and of course they're all floral inspired. We have Wildflower Wonder, Petunia, Forget Me Not, and gardenia. So these are going to be super fun for spring, and they go well with the creams as well if you so wish to mix them. But yeah, it's going to be an awesome release. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. Here I'm just going to do a quick little swatch of gardenia for you. So what I'm going to do is swatch one of kind of each of the colors. So I'll do this one for the flower glitters, and then I'm going to do butterfly effect for the thermals, and then I will do one of the floral swatches, Sunset Garden, and then I will swatch one of the pairs of the creams, not in that specific order, but just so that you guys can see one of each of the different kinds of dips that are coming, and so the video won't be hours and hours long. So as you can see, this has tiny little floral shaped glitters, and these glitters are a little bit thicker. They're not super flat like some of the glitters I like to use. So they are just like the flower dips. Think of them as a little bit trickier. You're going to have to do some encapsulation and filing just to get more of a thinner look, but they're totally worth it. So here I'm just kind of like placing out. As you know, when you do a dip, sometimes everything just kind of turns out randomly. And if you want, you can always like move your stuff up, move it around, and get the exact look that you want. So that's what I am doing here. I'm just rearranging some of those flowers and adding a few extras where I felt like it was lacking. And just really like finishing that swatch to how I like it. So if you were doing your nails, you would do the same thing. Say you did your dips and you didn't actually pick up any of the little flowers. You would just kind of use your base brush or a little tweezer and grab your flower and then put a little base on your nail and stick it down, just like you see me doing here. So these are always fully customizable to what you like. You can change any glitter around by just hand placing the glitters, which is always an option. Sometimes you have no other option because it doesn't get picked up when you do your dip. So keep that in mind, something you can always customize. And it just kind of makes the nails pop a little bit more if you want extra flowers, or a little bit less if you want less flowers, more glitter. So next step is to activate. And then after activation, I always press down to make sure that everything gets as flat as possible, so you do not have to do a lot of filing. This is key here. So the pressing when you're working with tricky glitters is huge. It just makes everything so much easier for you in the end. So here's a little macro close-up of gardenia. Next up, we have Sunset Garden, and this is probably my favorite of the 2 new florals. It has a bunch of different colored flower pieces in it, as well as some hot pink foils to kind of just give it a little extra pop of color. Those can bleed a little bit when touched by the activator, but I'm kind of liking the vibe it gave me on this swatch, so I actually don't do any encapsulation for this one, but just keep that in mind. Is most colored foils do usually bleed the color out. So if you don't want that to happen, you should encapsulate before you activate the powder. So I'm just going in with a dip or 2 here, and I'm just placing the flowers where I want them to be seen. So same thing with the other flower dip that I did prior to this. You just never know what's going to happen when you dip in, and sometimes it's amazing and other times it just needs a little work. And for the most part, it usually needs a little thing or two moved around. So that's what I'm doing. I just like to break up the flowers a little bit, move a petal over here, over there to accent, you know, different spots on the nail. Somewhere where it's empty, maybe I'll move a little flower over there. Or if you get like the little tiny baby's breath in it, you can sometimes bust those up into multiple flowers. So turn one into like a whole bunch of different ones on the nail, which is awesome. And my flower dips are loaded with flowers, like a lot, so that you're going to get many manis with this beautiful color. I don't want it to be just powder when you dip in. I want you to be able to grab some of those floral pieces. There's big ones, there's small ones, there's all different shapes and sizes, so it's customizable if you want a bold look, or you can pour over for a bit of a less bold look. I like to have flower packed swatches and nails. I mean, I really want to be able to tell it's a milk bath flower nail, so for me, the more flowers I can jam on there, the better. And yeah, that's how I like it. So feel free to do it how you like, but this is my way. So next up is activator, and like I said, it does tend to bleed a tiny bit, as you can see, but I kind of like the look that it gives me with just that little bit of bleeding, a bit of like a watercolor look. And it's actually not too bad, but just wanted to mention that as something to keep in mind. And sometimes you can also see it on your brush, and not to panic. It doesn't really transfer too bad, but just something to think about. So I'm actually not going to encapsulate in this video. It's a whole extra step after this that I would do. So you can either do it with gel, builder gel, or clear dip powder. I have a whole YouTube video up on my channel on how to do your nails with these powders. They're definitely a little bit tricky, but as you can see here, with all the like pushing down and laying flat of the powders after activation, you can get a really smooth swatch and or nail. So also, filing into these is very forgiving. It's not like filing into glitters where then you start to see like the silver glitter on the inside. I'm just trying to show how flat they are here after pressing down. So yeah, after you encapsulate, filing into some of those flowers is not an issue. They're actually much more forgiving than one might seem. So up next, we have the creams. These are probably what I'm most excited for this release. We have a Luxe Lavender and Lavender Cream here. And they are, as I said, buildable, and they're sheer. They're just like hints of color. I mean, the blue, yellow, and green, and some of the brighter purples and pinks. Yeah, okay, there's color there, but for the most part, they're like subdued, and they're jelly style. So they are really user-friendly, and if you put them on top of a jelly tip, let's say, and you don't have long nails underneath, you will really see through them at the tip. But once you layer them onto your natural nail or a colored enhancement, depending on what you use, they'll be a little bit more opaque. So here you can see I'm going in for 3 dips, just so I can show you. On my nails, it's 2 dips that I have. But when you do 3, which most people do use, 3 or more, you start to see more of like the color being less translucent. So again, as you build, it just becomes more and more opaque, just like painting, you know? So anyways, this is, again, Luxe Lavender Cream, and this one is one of my favorites. I love how it's like just a hint of purple. It's perfect for spring and for all summer long. I feel like these are going to look amazing on darker skin tones, and my nice white skin tone with a tan, hopefully. I'm excited for these in the summertime as well. So as you can see up close, they're super shifty and pretty, very flaky. I've got them all jam-packed with flakes. I'm just top coating this one here and letting it shine. I'm obsessed with this combo. I am kind of wishing that I did lavender on both of my hands, but I have lilac on this side. And then, yeah, lavender on this side. So pretty. I love these ones. Up next is lavender cream. So that was Luxe. And this one's just lavender. And as you can see, it is like a very light purple, like very light. Same with strawberry cream. Excuse me. Strawberry cream is also really light, bordering on white, but just with like a hint of color. So, oh, I got a little glitter on here. Is the one thing about translucent dips is make sure you have a clean brush, because if there's any little glitter or anything, you will see it, which drives me crazy. And it's really hard to keep a clean brush when you're swatching. So don't be like me. Keep your brush clean. Some people even use certain liquids for glitter dips and then others for not. There you can see it up close. This is again with 3 dips. So you can see it's fairly opaque at 3. And it's a nice milky lavender with a slight little shimmer. And you can see that little glitter that got trapped under there. My demise. Anyways, I can't wait to see what you guys do with these creams. They're so exciting to me, which is kind of sad that new nail colors are my most exciting thing, but that's okay. Hopefully they're your most exciting thing too. So here they are, besties, Luxe Lavender Cream and Lavender Cream. Of course, they were made for each other. And next up is this beautiful dip that's called Butterfly Effect. She is a thermal and she is chromable and she's super shimmery. I'm obsessed with this one. And the color of the cold, this is one of the times where I wish like the cold color was the warm color, because I just am obsessed with this periwinkle. I need to create a periwinkle with shimmer like this one here. I love it. So yeah, this method I'm doing pour over just to kind of show you guys a bit of variation. Look at that shimmer, just so gorgeous. The pour over method is awesome for keeping your nails thin. If you do not like a bulky look, or if you're having issues when you're dipping of getting like pooling or buildup, probably is due to the angle you're dipping at, but you could try this method, and some people just swear by this. They don't even dip their nails anymore. So, yeah, it's just another little option. This is just so pretty. I love the shimmer on this. I can get real close up and show you guys. It's got like pink reflex and a little bit of hollow sparkle, and it's just super duper shimmery. I'm just going to come in with a little activator, activate it up so that I can show you guys the color change and just how sensitive this dip is. I literally have to just put my finger on it and it will start to change. So I'm excited to see it on the nails. I'm going to be tempted to use it next, but I actually sent it away to 2 of my lovely ladies. So I'm excited to see them use it. Sometimes it's hard to hold myself back from using stuff that I've sent out for others, because like we want to show variation in all the different shades, but there's always a favorite, and Butterfly Effect was one of them this go around. It's definitely going to be a favorite for you guys as well. So there it is with the change. It's so sensitive. Next up is Petal Pusher, and this is going to be the last swatch I'm doing. This one was actually inspired by a client. Her name is Kaya. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, but I'm assuming. I've never actually met her, but we've been talking a little bit over Instagram, and she asked me if I could create a dip from an inspo pic that she sent me, and this is how it turned out. So it was a white base, and so mine is like a shimmery white base, and then inside we have these little shard glitters. It's kind of like mermaidy style colors. We've got pink, we've got purple, and we've got teal, and a little bit of light blue. all my favorites yet, of course. But this one is, again, buildable, and it definitely gets a different look with every dip. So you could easily just do one dip and have like less of a glittery look, more of like a speckled egg kind of look. But the more dips that you do, the more kind of like concentrated the glitters get and can give you a totally different look. So look at that. They're hollow up close. I'm obsessed with this one. It turned out so good. So thank you, Kaya, for having me make this. So here I'm showing you on the swatch on the right, it's got 2 dips, and on the left, I just did 3. So I hope you guys loved this video. I enjoy making these for you. Sometimes it's not always easy for me to get time to myself and quiet space to do a little video like this. So thank you for your patience with me, and thanks for being here to watch and check all of this out. It means the world to me and my family that I can continue doing this and staying home with the kiddos and making dips for you guys. It's pretty awesome. So thank you. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on them and to post online all your pictures. It literally fills my heart when I see you guys posting your mani pictures of the dips that I made. It's just crazy, surreal, and so amazing. So thank you guys for sharing, and thank you for being here. And don't forget, as always, to like and subscribe and comment below if there's anything else or extra you'd like to see from me. So have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys later. Until next time.